The Centers for Disease Control was not spared amid proposed budget cuts by opposition lawmakers. 80% of the CDC's travel budget to China, as well as 60% of its media budget, were proposed to be shaved off.
CDC Deputy Director General Philip Lo urged lawmakers not to go on with the proposal, saying the epidemic control budget back in 2020 was what got the CDC through the early stages of the COVID pandemic.
I'm not a politician and I won't run for office. Whether it's necessary to slash the epidemic control budget or not, and if we need to reconsider, we will. Don't kill our civil servants' desire to serve the country.
Philip Lo, Deputy Director of the Centers for Disease Control, called on opposition lawmakers not to go on with proposed cuts to the CDC's overseas fieldwork budget and media budget. He says the budgets are crucial to keep Taiwan safe in case another pandemic were to break out.
The Central Epidemic Command Center was established on this day 5 years ago. 3 days later, Wuhan went under lockdown. If not for the epidemic control budget, we wouldn't have made it through the 2 months. We had to wait for the special budget for the CECC to clear its third reading in order to reallocate the epidemic control budget for better use. The epidemic control budget, which is currently under review at the Legislative Yuan, is for our regular readiness and outreach efforts.
Lo was the first person at the CDC to inform the government of COVID-19. In December 2019, Lo came across a post on PTT, an online forum, about an atypical coronavirus cluster breaking out in Wuhan, China, which later evolved into the COVID-19 pandemic. He forwarded the post to the CDC's group chat, which prompted the government to take swift action against COVID.
疾病严重度跟致死率呢是跟其他的 Omicron相同，并没有更提高。
Throughout the pandemic, Lo was the CECC spokesperson, explaining epidemic control measures to the press. He found his calling in public health whilst completing substitute military service with MOFA in Malawi. Back then, he was shocked to witness the severity of AIDS in the country, where 25% of adults were HIV positive.
Philip Lo is a non-partisan and very hard-working government employee. I'm begging opposition lawmakers not to use Taiwan's public health as leverage. No matter how bad partisan conflict gets, we can't be so irrational as to slash budgets for our public health.
Though the CCC has disbanded, Lo is still present at every CDC press conference. His recent urging has also garnered widespread support among the public.